Well, the new normal for youngsters is isolation and learning online. It's difficult, a difficult mix for students across the region.
Reporter Margaret Kavanaugh takes us to one Virginia Beach neighborhood to show what they're doing for the kids.
It's 7:30 a.m. The Leroy brothers are tossing the football around with their friend Jackson Caesarly. This is what it would look like in the Great Neck Point neighborhood if the kids were waiting for the school bus. But this year, there's no bus coming.
As school was approaching, we thought, wow, we're not going to have our first day at the bus stop, which has always been such a big deal for these kids and also for us. And so we thought, why wouldn't we? We should still just do it.
And they did. This is a picture from the first day, gathering like they typically would. Parents say this gives the kids a sense of normalcy and time to see their friends.
Even though we didn't jump on the bus and take off, they still had this, which makes them feel like the first day of school.
This seventh grader says she doesn't mind online school, but admits it made her appreciate the classroom.
I miss sitting with people in class. I've never really enjoyed it at first, but now I miss it.
But what do you think about online school?
Good.
Yeah, you like it?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite part?
Probably the breaks.
Others long for their classmates.
You don't really get to see your friends because it's just through a screen. So.
Well, I'd rather go back to school to see my friends, but it's fine. It's just boring.
It's always, I guess, better to be at school.
I think it's just straight up boring. You just sit at a desk all day.
I'd just rather go back to school instead of online.
But they can't go back, not yet. And after hanging out at the bus stop, the kids and their parents head back home to hit the books and turn on their laptops.
I think everyone's doing the best that they can.
And trying to stay positive while the pandemic continues.
Hopefully we can continue to do it, every Friday or something, just to kind of, let them know that things aren't totally different.
In Virginia Beach, I'm Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.
And new at 4, the North Carolina Ferry Division is restarting service of the Currituck Knott's Island Ferry this week. Service has been suspended since April 1st due to impacts from the coronavirus pandemic. Passengers will be asked to remain in their vehicles or stand at least 6 feet from other people while on board to prevent the spread of the virus. Still ahead, the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks brings another year to remember those lost and the heroes still with us. How the coronavirus split memorials across the country.
Man, another warm and muggy day. Some of us even hit the 90-degree mark today, but we've got a fall preview on the way. When to expect cooler temperatures and lower humidity coming up.
The nation vowed to never forget. 19 years since the 9/11 terror attacks. But this anniversary is different this year because of the coronavirus.
Health precautions led to 2 separate remembrances in Lower Manhattan. Nancy Chen reports.
The September 11th ceremony at the 9/11 Memorial in Lower Manhattan included moments of silence, but this year it did not include the traditional live reading of the victims' names because of coronavirus concerns. Instead, it was a recording of the names.
And my brother.
Some victims' family members who were upset by that decision set up their own ceremony nearby.
We knew that it was of the utmost importance that we read aloud the names of all 2,977 souls who perished 19 years ago today.
9/11 observances are also different this year at the Pentagon, where military leaders conducted the ceremony without victims' families in attendance.
We never forget those who were murdered by the terrorists.
And at the Flight 93 Memorial near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the usual 90-minute ceremony was abbreviated. Here in New York, the fire commissioner strongly recommended firefighters skip 9/11 observances during the pandemic. The department lost 343 members that day. Firefighter Leonard Regaglia Sr., a member of Engine 54, was one of them. His 2 sons, Leonard Jr. and Anthony, are honoring him by following in his footsteps.
I have the honor and privilege of working in the same firehouse that he worked in, the same company. So it really means a lot to me. I always looked up to my dad and what he did. And then I think as I matured and as the time went on, year after year, it became more and more of something I wanted to do.
They say they think their father would be proud. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
From the JES First Warning Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rocky.
Well, a lot of folks watching these waves of heavy downpours over the last few days and thinking, when can I mow the lawn? And there will be an opportunity as we head into the weekend. Much better chances, though, as we head into next week. So you may be able to mow the lawn by Saturday afternoon. We do expect a few showers tomorrow morning. I know lots of lawns are just soaking wet right now. And so we'll get some drier weather starting to push in, and a slight chance we could get some rain around on Sunday. So you may be able to get the lawn mowed on Monday, probably, or on this weekend. May not be able to do it on Monday because we have a higher chance for showers and storms. But then as we head toward Tuesday, we usher in drier weather, not just drier because we have lower rain chances, but drier because humidity levels will be dropping, and that's going to help dry out your lawn. And so if your lawn can wait until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, probably the time to do it. You can see we'll have a 30% chance for some showers tomorrow, 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, 40% chance on Monday, but then we're down to a 20% chance on Tuesday and a 10% chance on Wednesday. So we do have some much improved, very fall-like weather on the way into next week. Because we've got two cold fronts moving through, here's the first of those cold fronts. So look at all the storms out ahead of it across other parts of eastern North Carolina. We just have a couple of rumbles of thunder here and there. We've been watching this batch of storms move out of Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, make its way down through Currituck and Camden counties. And we have a little bit of lightning right now as it makes its way toward the Sound right now. And we're going to see a few more of these as we head through the next few hours. But really the trend overnight is for a lot of the rain to move out. There could be a few lingering showers for tomorrow morning. There will be some lingering clouds around, and the winds are going to be picking up. And the winds are going to be a big factor tomorrow. They're going to help cool things down, but we're going to have those blustery conditions in the afternoon, these northeast winds, 10, 15, 20 miles per hour. But you notice lots of breaks in the clouds, and so more sunshine around, something we haven't seen in a while. As we head into your Sunday, we're going to see a few more waves of some lighter showers move through, but there could be a stray thunderstorm as we head into the afternoon hours as well, something we're going to be watching very closely. Here's what to expect in your neighborhood for tomorrow. Temperatures, look at this. Mid to upper 70s, 78 in Norfolk and Portsmouth, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. It will be breezy around Chesapeake and Suffolk at 78, 75 our forecast for Virginia Beach. Mid to upper 70s for Hampton and Newport News and Pocosin and Cape Charles on the beautiful eastern shore. You see those northeast breezes across North Carolina, 15 to 25 miles per hour, 77 lucky degrees in Manteo and Elizabeth City. Quick trip to the tropics. We've got a couple of tropical waves down to our south. Should not be a concern for us. Right now, these two tropical storms also not a concern for us, at least not in the short term. And then you can see more tropical waves coming off of Africa. So we've got a lot going on in the tropics. Back here at home, fewer things going on. We will see about a 30% chance for wet weather both days this weekend. Sunday's going to be our warmer of the 2 days, and you can see on Monday a good chance for showers and storms as cold front number 2 moves through. Behind that cold front, we've got temperatures in the 70s with lower humidity values Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Well, the 2020 school year is off to a very different start. We all could say that. But one teacher is making it stand out in a fun and creative way. Check out the winner of today's People Taking Action Award, Chauncey Foreman. Many teachers make back-to-school banners for their students.
First week back, been out since March. Corona is the one to blame.
But because students are learning from home right now, Deep Creek High history teacher Chauncey Foreman wanted to get his students in the school spirit.
Start this school year out virtually.
So he made a video to get the year started on a light note.
I got my mask and my shield, gotta stay 6 feet.
It was such a hit, his fellow teachers nominated him for a People Taking Action Award.
We are here from News 3, and we would like to give you a People Taking Action Award. Congratulations! And on behalf of Southern Bank, our community partner, we would like to give you a $300 gift card as well. You are a Deep Creek Hornet as well, yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Class of 2012.
Now, what brought you back to school? Why do you do this?
I love the kids, obviously. Mentoring is my heart. And so Being a teacher, you're able to mentor kids and connect with kids on a level that, any other profession, you don't get to do it at that level.
And most of the teachers in this room taught Chauncey when he was a Hornet.
Chauncey really does have a passion for working with our youth, so we are so glad to have him. He is such an asset to Deep Creek High School.
Watching the video, you seem to have real, authentic enthusiasm for teaching. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've found just in my short time of teaching so far, when you're enthusiastic, the kids get excited too, and so it makes it fun for the whole class.
He's always smiling. He's always positive. What you see in the video is what you get when you watch him walk down the hallway, and it's just contagious for not only the faculty but the students as well.
Out here learning history. With who? With Mr. Foreman.
You were his keyboard teacher.
Yes, when he was in the 9th grade.
So you have maybe a little bit to do with how this video turned out. Maybe,
What can I say, Chauncey? Love. He was always willing to help other people. He didn't think of just himself. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but Chauncey was our Hornet.
What? You was the Hornet?
Mascot. He was at all the basketball games.
And even though he's the one holding the chalk and eraser now, his school spirit is still flying high.
Learning history. You know it, you know.
And still ahead, the presidential nominees spent their days visiting several 9/11 memorial ceremonies. Still ahead, what each said to the socially distanced crowds about putting campaigning aside on this day. President Trump and Joe Biden are taking a brief break from the campaign trail to remember the victims of 9/11. But as Skylar Henry reports from the White House, the president is still dealing with the fallout of interviews he gave to journalist Bob Woodward.
President Trump honored the heroes of United Flight 93 during a memorial service in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
19 years ago on this day, at this very hour on this field, 40 brave men and women triumphed over terror and gave their lives in defense of our nation.
There was a moment of unity as Joe Biden ran into Vice President Mike Pence at the 9/11 ceremony in Lower Manhattan.
I'm not going to be making any news today. I'm not going to talk about anything other than 9/11. We took all our advertising down. It's a solemn day. That's how we're going to keep it.
President Trump did make some news after he returned to the White House, announcing Bahrain has agreed to formally recognize Israel following the Israel-UAE deal last month.
I am very hopeful that there will be more to follow. I can tell you there's tremendous enthusiasm on behalf of other countries to also join.
The stand down to remember those who lost their lives on 9/11 is just for the day, and President Trump is still dealing with the fallout from Bob Woodward's new book.
During a campaign stop in Michigan last night, the president told about 1,500 mostly maskless supporters that he was right to downplay the threat of the coronavirus at the beginning of the pandemic.
Keep calm and carry on. That's what I did. This whack job that wrote the book, he said, well, Trump knew a little bit. They wanted me to come out and scream, people are dying, we're dying. No, we did it just the right way. We have to be calm.
Vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris said the president knowingly put people's lives at risk.
He had all this information, yet he held rallies. He suggested that to wear a mask is a sign of weakness as opposed to a sign of strength.
The president insisted Thursday he did not lie to the American public. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Two candidates for Virginia's 2nd Congressional District are talking numbers. Why Scott Taylor says Congresswoman Elaine Luria hasn't done enough to help people in the district.
From the JES First Warning Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rocky.
Man, did you see that lightning show last night? We had some storms, mainly in inland Virginia, but just about everyone could see the lightning. This was taken around Stumpy Lake in Virginia Beach, about 40 miles away from the storm. Gregory got a great shot here of the lightning strike right there. That's why it is our shot of the day. And we do have a little bit more lightning out there right now. Most of us are dry, but we've been tracking a couple little storms. This batch of storms made its way way out of areas around Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, and now bringing some showers and thunderstorms to areas in Currituck County, Camden County, the southern portions of Pasquotank County, with a couple of lightning strikes and a few heavier downpours. A little bit of wet weather has moved through the Franklin area. We've got some spotty showers across portions of Hertford and Gates County right now. Those continue to make their way down to the southwest, and a little bit of wet weather starting to move into the Middle Peninsula around Middlesex County right now. And you can see some wet weather that is moving off of the eastern shore right now as well. As we take you through the next few hours, this is kind of what we're going to have. Just a few spotty showers or a stray thunderstorm here and there. 11 o'clock tonight.